Hello there, YouTube. This is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for December 8th. Doing this in the morning the next day because I sort of looked at the mods and was like, not really feeling that today. We are playing Obelisk, going from Vengewood into... Already forgot the second one. I believe it's Derelict Starship. May not be. Really doesn't matter because... honestly, I think that Obelisk can pretty much handle anything in the game right now. I would argue that it's probably the best, if not the second best class in the game. Uh, and the argument would be between them and Weaver, personally. A lot of people also very excited about Godkeeper recently. I'm not too convinced. Like, Godkeeper does probably have a higher top end than the other two, but the other two are just so silky smooth to play. Anyways, one of the main things that definitely made me, like, about this one is just the mods that are in play. Legendary stores, okay. We get even more money, so if I was complaining that we make too much money in a daily already, we make exceptionally more money now. And then, of course, all vestiges at shops are legendary, when one legendary is usually enough to win you a run. So, the one thing to note, though, is that most vestiges, or most legendary vestiges, even if they're terrible, are not worth grinding, even double grinding. Especially if you gotta pay $350 for them. Like, if you were to drop them, like a magnificent up tier, that'd be a different story. But spending $350 to gain two random, or not two random, plus 2 to 2 sets is usually a terrible investment. So these are obviously things that we're going to keep on our person, and their effects are usually that good too, that you would want to do that. Of course, a lot of them have gotten the nerf hammer in this latest patch, and we probably just wouldn't buy, so then they're not worth $350, obviously. Random mimics appear on each guardian and villain encounter. That might be somewhat interesting, but I don't think that it's really going to cause too much issue. And then, of course, we have Master Reaper for the Death Scythe mod. And we're going to apparently gain some free magic damage. Okay. That might factor into something. We could end up with something like T-Bolt. Maybe we end up into Frostbite. Highly unlikely. Jinx. Pretty good. Poison. I don't know. Burn? Burn something. I also kind of like the idea of going into Verdant if we're going to have Death Scythe, because then we get to turn that into an attack binding multiplier. Burn also isn't bad. I'd be willing to double grind this. Like 2 stacks of Spike per turn is something, but not a lot. 1 stack of Blur is actually like pretty big on us, but I think we're going to go with the Rosy Thorn. Really doesn't help our turn 1, but we're Obelisk, so, you know, maybe I'm being a little bit too cheeky there. Reduce your cooldown, that helps. Earthquake. Reducing your cooldown just helps us with clear in general, because then we get to use this every single turn. Yeah, I think we'll take a -1 cooldown. Just give you two Tarnish Vaults. You guys actually have too much frickin' health. This is going to be a bit spicy. I think we're going to miss our turn 1 here. Yeah. Not much that we can do. They're just so beefy. Maybe I could have picked up something that would have added a little bit of damage, but it would have had to have added a significant amount of damage. Something like Powder Monkey Stockpile would have done that. Maybe having access to another will, which isn't usually available in uncommons. Unironically, having a better potion. There's that blur again. There's another Verdant. I think we're willing to keep that for quite a while. And I'm honestly probably going to re-roll here. A up-tiered Verdant Sprouts. Okay. Okay, game, I see you. Also gets us that Vigorous, so that we can trade a little bit of health, maybe. Maybe we go into the shadow here. Smoke Bomb's pretty good. Kind of about that. Otherwise, Invigorate on Obelisk is pretty good because their 2 costs are actually, like, worth their costs. Feels kind of nice to use. You know, Invigorate might actually not be that bad. My problem with it is the cooldown. Like, I get this every other turn, whereas I can easily reduce the cooldown of Smoke Bomb down to 2, and then I get access to it every single turn. And then it's basically just a better Seismic Slam at that point, except Seismic Slam obviously causes an additional crush, hits the whole screen. So yeah, I suppose it sort of like earns its extra cost, but maybe we don't try to invalidate Seismic Slam. I actually love Green Ogs on this character. We're not going to a Carver's Refuge. We don't have enough money. Another -1 base cooldown. That's kind of silly. Would we really be willing to use this 2 times a turn? If it got -1 cost for a purple, I'd kind of be willing to use this like every turn. Then it's a better Smoke Bomb. Screw it, why not? Sure, I'll take more augments. -2 cost is pretty good right now, especially if there is not a we can actually take this blazing barrier with the vigor that we have. I just need to figure out how to hit everything. There we go. That's what we're actually going to do. In big. I'm actually kind of good with taking damage, but eh. All right. This doesn't even work. Oh. Lowering the cooldown of Invig sounds great. There's Jinx. Honestly looking to reroll these. Coin of Shadow at least gives us some shadow, which we then offset with Vigorous and our end of combat healing. It's not bad at all. I'm honestly even willing to grind it to get Shadow 3, which we can definitely fit, and then sure, make a little bit more Quillings, why not? Like, really don't care about it. Guess give me a big Quilling cage. Now that we're making plus 60, plus 70, and we got our money pot here too. Oh lord. I'll tell you what, these guys are kind of annoying, aren't they? If I double damage, you guys are just done. Kind of willing to do that. I'm not concerned. Okay. Misting Bells isn't bad. Gaining more shielding. Maybe gaining more access to Pincushion is something. It's really not a great set, in my opinion. It's, spikes aren't very good against Cinder. I mean, we do get to utilize it versus the Blazing Barrier. That is something. So I suppose it's not all too bad. I still think that we're re-rolling here. There's another Verdant. That does not get us to Verdant 5, unfortunately. It's definitely something that I'm willing to grind after the battle, though, because it's not going to have that much max life on it. And I'm pretty sure that that's a bit excessive as well. Maybe it isn't excessive. I mean, we could actually just double grind it here. That's probably a good move. Gives us an attack binding multiplier off of it. Or we could have gotten the Rosy Thorn actually and kept it. It's a bit too hasty there. Because the Rosy Thorn isn't really doing that much for us. We're probably going to grind it after this fight anyways. You've got these things, guys. Heart of the Last Lifeless. Pretty good. Witch Book of Magic is kind of insane. that bring Invig down to a 1 turn. We make it prepared. We get to use that every single turn. Maybe ascend it into something like, what is it, Battle Cry? Where it just gives us free Omni damage for the rest of the fight. Yeah, if I had the money, I'd probably buy the both of these. Because Jinx having a low cooldown is also, like, incredibly good. If you get, what is it, Dread Harvest. Then it'd have a 2-turn cooldown. And so you'd just be able to farm Dread stacks with it. It would easily get capped. Like, it's obvious that we're supposed to grab Heart of the Last Lifeless here. Everyone's going to have access to it. It helps our current Verdant set that we're building for. And we've got, like, 50 max HP. So, that in combined with actual Verdant is quite a lot of damage. What I'm waffling on here is, do I want to set a message? Like, maybe. It would be really terrible, though, for me to say that, go up against this boss, and then lose some turns, because we don't quite have the damage, but we almost already... Like, we've got some damage. We've got Invig. Screw it, we're going to try and make a point today. Going to use this to get some HP instead, because that helps our Verdant multiplier by just a little bit. This Helmet Crab will help. I'll put that to good use. We can use Seismic Slam every turn. That certainly helps. And we could hit something like this. But first, let's go ahead and Invig, because we'd love to. Here I am wondering if I have to even do anything like that. How much damage is this? Not quite. Yeah, we're gonna miss this combat. Wow. How much is this gonna leave you with? We need to do 100 damage via Spite. We currently do not. So even if we were to drop this, it actually wouldn't even phase you. Alright then. Might as well make sure that we're going to make this. Now we've got full Jinx. Next turn we got you. I'm not too concerned about it then. That was an extra turn. Okay, Bits talked shit and got hit. Fair enough. What do we got here? Shell is interesting. I think Slam is pretty good too. I think we might end up taking Slam here. Now we've got our actual full health, which is good. Thunderous Ironclap is actually very good with Slam because we'll hit a whole bunch of stuff around us, then we can Shield Bash hit everything. Reducing the cost of Shield Bash is also quite good because it allows us to do other things, like actually slam. I think we're going to reduce cost. And what I actually probably should have done is bought a green. That would have done something. That probably actually would have... If we crushed once, then we actually would have faced that. That is my bad. We are now going to increase the area, though, of Slam. Now that it's in a circle around us, pretty good. Do we just wait for a double grinder on this one? Maybe we do. Great, I hate it. Probably shouldn't have picked that up. Not too concerned about taking damage. We heal so much at the end of combat. Maybe I'm a wee bit concerned about taking damage. Oh well. We still ended up good. Another Verdant Sprout, we'll take it. Gain a critical charge. Would critical charges make me feel pretty good about this? Maybe? I think we're honestly re-rolling here. Restore HP? What? I honestly don't think that Frostbite is bad here. Inflicting 3 stacks of Frostbite just gives us more damage to deal later. Not sure that it's... This might be too much Frostbite for us with our current, costs. But we're gonna be okay. Maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and actually... No, we should definitely get rid of this guy. A Mercurial is appreciated. I'll take an Augment. Oh, we're fine. Okay. I'm being hit. I think we realized that Shadow doesn't work with that. However, we are trying to crush a whole deal. So I'm willing to just add plus 50 to that base damage. Yes, I am willing to take Dread Harvest. And these are terrible. They're almost a skip, but I'll take plus 40 damage. That's fine. Thanks for the fanfare, I guess. I would like more augments. Reducing your cooldown is kind of nice. Okay. Dread Harvest is gonna be okay. That's quite a start. Harmonizing Whistle reduces a whole ton of cooldowns. Not bad. Valmark is just free physical damage. Also not bad. Gives us Striker, gives us another round of Vigorous. Seems pretty good. We can even just grind it, and it basically do its effect at all times. If we consider that, and then we would have Vigorous 5. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Unnecessary. Prepared is very good. I like that. Then, of course, here we have Cultivated Harmonies, quite possibly the most broken item in the entire game. It's 5 will a turn. So, well, it'd be 4 will a turn, because it doesn't stack on top of the fact that we already took Prepared. Oh no, we had lost 20% effectiveness, still the best item in the game. Wallows, we definitely have enough health that we'd be willing to just, like, get rid of some and purposely take some damage. Like, we've got 93 right now. Gives us another shadow. We might be able to fill out another shadow, but otherwise, it gives us Vigorous so we can make the health back, and we just get damage for it. So that's pretty good too. Also note that if we did have, what is it? If we had bought the Heart of the Last Lifeless, we would be at Verdant 8, which means that every time that we would be healed, we would gain max HP, which then, of course, would make this better. We can easily offset the damage that we're taking. Like, all good stuff. Like, I have no complaints here. It's pretty much just a God Verdant run is what it is, and cool, I guess. Well, I'll tell you what, this definitely didn't pay out. I guess we'll take some movement on Invig. Not really liking those other things. Let's also go ahead and heal ourselves so that we do more damage. Actually increases our damage by like 25%. It's kind of a big deal. We don't have enough damage to kill Nimbit still, though. Well, with our Seismic Slam, to be fair. It's a bit silly to consider that a malice of any kind. I can get the two of you. I think I honestly want to Invig. And Dread Harvest the two of you. Seems pretty good to me, at least. And then we'll go ahead, we'll do this. Get that free. And we'll leave that Power Orb for next turn, honestly. Yeah, we need, like, just a little bit more HP. Or damage, in any regard. If only we had not decided to be little shitters and just played the game. We should still be fine though, Copium. This is turn 3, unfortunately. Do we still crush? That's a good question. Yes, we do. So we will. Oh no. We're gonna be fine. Zero turns added. Bring us to full health. Making enemies attack us? Not quite sure I'm too enthused about that. Increasing your damage by 100? It's probably the right move. Otherwise, one stack of crush would be simple. Our crush is currently dealing 206? Yeah, I almost think that this is better. We get to use this twice a turn. We can use it for single target to kill things. But we get one of these for free. I think crush is the correct answer. Of these options here, I kind of want to keep the damage, but we don't keep shield. I mean, there's no reason not to take that. Did we already take our AUG that I guess we can't go back? No, we can. I just can't see. We took our AUG. Okay. So as far as our performance, I think we're doing just fine. Like, obviously. And I decided to put these restrictions of not buying any legendaries on myself. It's going to be worth it when we find Mumsies out of this chest, though. But, yeah, even with that, I think we're doing pretty well. Obviously, other people aren't as insane as I am, and they will not have imparted such restrictions on themselves. So, oh, that's pretty close. Okay. Tell you what we're going to do then. Invig this. Dread that. Just to get rid of all that nonsense. And we're good. We don't carry over shield to the next turn. I feel like this is going to be important for later. Let's not waste it here. You guys didn't really bunch up very well. It's Okay, I think I have you fools up there. Famous last words. With the one cooldown, we should have them. What do we got there? There's Mumsies. Well, who's justified now, motherfuckers? Aw, yeah. Is a leaky pen good for us here? Kinda. I think a leaky pen is better than us spending money. I do believe that. Gives us access to more shield slams. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. -1 will cost on Jinx is kind of huge. We don't need to reduce the cooldown of everything else anymore because we kind of already do that. What did we put here? We put 3 stacks of Frostbite? Who the frick was the idiot who did that? We wanted -1 will cost. Well, better yet, we got it on Jinx, I guess. Someone came into my build and grabbed shitty items. Another Heart of the Last Lifeless is actually kinda hilarious. This window to eternal longing is way too late. Tetra Twin is also, like, pretty good. Why are you there, Magma Miner? Do you want to make me cry? Oh, that's an insta-phase. Okay. Starting to wonder if I even care that Magma Miner exists. Oh no. Yeah, leave everything there for next turn. Let's go over to the edge. So that when he splats, it's over here. We have enough health to spare. We're also going to be picking up these, obviously. Because it's in our best interest. And let's be up here. And you're done, homeboy. You don't even know it yet. Like, I probably could have invicted that, I guess. Was too busy showing off. I'll be honest, I didn't even realize that the last phase had more HP than the other 2 phases. I thought it was perfect thirds. Anyways, very happy with this score, considering, right? We basically played without a mod. Can't really say that. The Mumsies obviously appreciated that we were gaining bonus gold. But, yeah, I really... Like, at first I didn't like Store of Legends because it was broken and removed your shops, and now I feel like it's, hey, guess what? You win. Dope. I don't like it. Like, I really don't appreciate... Like, at least Brawl is interesting, instead of just buy the best things and have, like, this stupid OP build. Again, I'm not a dopamine farmer. Big numbers don't make me, like, you know, Excelgasm. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, like I said, pretty much going to probably be full of, like, perfect scores. Anybody who actually probably re-rolled on the first fight probably was actually able to, beat the first fight. And then from there, like... Everything was super smooth. If we just would have actually, like, you know, bought items, we wouldn't have lost a turn. I actually think that we could have saved that turn against Lusk. I think we played that bad. But yeah, if you had Heart of the Last Lifeless, it was 100% easy because you just would have gained more Omni damage, which then would have easily have made that 100 damage that we needed on turn 3. And I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, hopefully the run was still educational, or at least entertaining. And if you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, concerns, comments, misplay alerts, be sure to put those down in the comments below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys around.